Mohbad's mother, Abosede, she is back on social media. In fact, social media is on fire right now. What she dropped will blow your mind. I want you to pay attention to this one from the beginning of it till the end. You will be listening to what Mohbad's mother has to say. She dropped some shocker, bombshell, and this took everyone unaware, like, wait, hold on a sec. Where are we heading to on this justice for Mohbad? You know how we do it on this platform? Translation and analysis after our guest is done talking. This is deep. Still on justice for Mohbad. I want to appreciate and also say, may God replenish the pockets of those that have taken their time to encourage this channel to do more by tapping on that thanks button. Yes, that thanks button, the one with the love and dollar sign in the middle of it. Yes, that particular thanks button. I want to appreciate you all. It is just after the download button. It's there. I want to appreciate you all. May God replenish your pocket. I do not want to mention names because, or social media handle on YouTube here. I don't want to mention them because maybe they do not like that. But I want to say a very big thank you. You know who you are. You know who you are. You've done so marvelous for this platform. And I also want to appreciate those that have taken time out. You've spent money, your time that is valuable on justice for Mohbad. Majority of you do not even know who Mohbad is. You've never seen him before. You only got to listen to his music after his demise. But you have stood for humanity. You have shown empathy to the father of Mohbad, who, amongst all that are related to Mohbad, is standing and fighting for justice. Justice. Wunmi came out recently. If you've not watched, please do. She came out to deceive herself, but we broke our lies into pieces. We said, no, truth does not need to run too long. Just a step. Truth will do what? Outrun lies. Lies that have gone on for days, months, centuries. So here I introduce to you Mrs. I don't know what I'm going to add at the end, but let's just call her Abosede. That's her name. That's her name. She has something to tell us, and I think it is fair enough for us to listen. Let's get right into it. Like and share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell.
Yeah, Jesus ló wá fi Jésù. Wait, at the end of the day, no, Jesus ló pokùn so. Bí wọ́n ṣe máa pokùn so lẹ́yìn ọ̀pọ̀pọ̀ nìyẹn. Ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ ẹnu jẹ́ pé òun ló máa ń gbìjà mi tí bàbá ẹ bá ti ń gbógun tì. Mo wá tí bàbá ẹ ṣe fún mi. Òun ló máa ń gbìjà tó bá ti pẹ́ fún èmi sílẹ̀ ní 2021. Bàbá mi lé ìyá mi síta nítorí pé mo fẹ́ jòsì. Ó tún múyàwó wálé, ìyàwó tó yẹ pé ìjọ wà papọ̀ ní ìmọ̀ àárín. Ìgbà tí wọ́n sí tán tí bàbá ẹ̀ padà wá bá mi nílé, wá bí léèrè pé Primeboy tí ó sọ pé òun àtọmọ mi jọjà ń kọ́. Ó ní wọ́n ti ní pé kó sá lọ. Pé torí kọ́ máa bà á mú, pé torí òun náà máa suspect pé òun ló pa. Mo ní ẹ̀sìn pé kó sá lọ. Kí ló dé fi máa sọ pé kó sá lọ? Ìgbà tó ń wá kú, tó wá sọ pé òun àti Primeboy, ó gbá Primeboy lẹ́sẹ̀, wọ́n ṣe gbá. Ìgbà tí wọ́n sí tán tí bàbá ẹ̀ padà wá bá mi nílé, wá bí léèrè pé Primeboy tí ó sọ pé òun àti òun jọjà ń kọ́. Ìgbà yìí, ó ní wọ́n ti ní pé kó sá lọ. Pé torí kọ́ máa bà á mú, pé torí òun náà máa suspect pé òun ló pa. Mo ní ẹ̀sìn pé kó sá lọ. Kí ló dé fi máa sọ pé kó sá lọ? Ṣé òun ló pa ni? Tó bá ṣe pé òun náà ló pa, a máa mọ̀ náà kó ní ìlú kẹsì pé kó sá lọ. Báyìí ṣe máa ní pé kó sá lọ, àwọn náà ti ń pé kó sá lọ. Ọ̀rẹ́ yìí mo ṣáà ń rò pé kó sá lọ. Ṣùgbọ́n mo wá rò pé ó lè sọ pé kó sá lọ tòótọ́ torí pé bàbá ẹ̀ fẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀, bàbá Mohbad fẹ́ ìyá Primeboy. Wọ́n máa fẹ̀ǹtì ẹ̀yìn. Lẹ́ka tó wá pe àwọn ọmọ yẹn, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ fún ẹ sọ fún mi kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ṣó? Àdúrà sọ fún mi wípé òun lọ na Primeboy, wípé wọ́n sọ pé òun àtẹ̀gbọ́n òun jà, wípé òun wá lọ bá ní stage, òun lọ gba Primeboy lẹ́sẹ̀. Ó padà dé, ó lọ wá sọ fáwọn yòókù pé ẹ má lọ sọ́dọ̀ Primeboy yóò gbà tó ń gba Primeboy lẹ́sẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ń ṣe òun o. Àdúrà padà lọ sọ fáwọn tó kù bẹ́ẹ̀. Ló pàdúrà padà wá bá àwọn wá sọ fáwọn
ẹ má tàn Primeboy ni o ẹ má fọwọ́ kọ pé wọ́n ṣe gbalẹ̀ ṣẹ́ yẹn bí wọ́n kàn ṣe òun pé wo system ń dàrú. kóòtù dẹ̀kun múùgì kóòtù kún múùgì. mo wá rí kọ̀ọ̀kan mo wá kọ́nẹ́tì gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀ pé mo ní kó sá lọ lẹ́yìn pé mo sá lọ. èèyàn kọ́ ló pọ̀ ọmọ mi èèyàn méjì kan náà pọ̀ ọmọ mi èèyàn mẹ́ta kan náà pa.
Welcome back. Now, there are some points that Mohbad's mother raised. And according to her, she got this from Adura. Her son told her that Primeboy and Mohbad had some squabble. He went on stage to hit Primeboy. Now, there is a story that came up back then about Primeboy reprimanding Adura for not getting money changed quick and fast so that Mohbad could give to some of his fans that were saying that he needed to give them something. You know, his fans, he had some of them. So Mohbad sent Adura, go and break this money into smaller denomination so that I can give it to my fans. Primeboy reprimanded Adura because it took too long, because Adura took too long. And Adura responded back saying, how is this your business? What's your business? Why are you talking to me? Are you the one that gave me money? Now, Primeboy spoke to Mohbad and said, look at your younger brother talking to me anyhow, and you're not saying nothing. You're not cautioning him. My younger brother will not do such. I will caution him immediately on your behalf because respect is important. What have I said? It took too long. We should be away from this place because this crowd is gathering up. We should be away from here. Now, that's one part of the conflict that happened. In between this, Mohbad, according to what we heard, did not accept what Primeboy said. He reprimanded Primeboy. Primeboy got upset, felt that his friend belittled him in the presence of his younger brother, and that he would never have done that to Mohbad, that he holds Mohbad at a high esteem, and if his own younger brother is to speak out of turn, or if Mohbad reprimands Primeboy's younger brother and Primeboy's younger brother respond rudely to Mohbad, Primeboy would have reprimanded his younger brother on behalf of Mohbad, his friend. I'm sure you guys get that part of it, right? So, because Mohbad did not speak in favor of Primeboy and said certain things to Primeboy, amongst them, they had some kind of talk back to each other, and there is a possibility that Mohbad had hit Primeboy. Like, what's wrong with you? You want to now start making fights with my younger brother? What nonsense is that? Because you don't give yourself respect. What's your business? You should have said anything, even if it took long. Like, is it your money that it took to change to smaller denomination? Don't forget that Mohbad is on top of, like, almost getting on top of his game. But in the level that he is, it's like he's on top of the game. He just returned back from UK gig. So he has money. Primeboy is still struggling to get up there. Now, two things will happen. Primeboy felt that Mohbad belittled him. That's one. Two, the next thing that will pop up on his mind is this. Okay, no problem now. The same God that gave to you will give to me. You know that thing about friends. One is, kind of getting up there the ladder, climbing the ladder swiftly, and you're still trying to find your way. Immediately, you will feel that disconnect. But what now happened that prompted Adura, according to Mohbad's mother now, Adura punched Primeboy and he felt some sensation within him. Now, some people might be wondering, what is this? Is Mohbad's mother cooking up stories that Wunmi had tutored her to make sure to nail Primeboy? That's one. So that every attention will be taken away from Wunmi, the prime suspect, that wants us to believe that she is a victim. Now, the other part of it is this. There are some charms, amulet, muthi, for those who are from the south of Africa, so you can understand what I'm saying. Juju, for those who are francophone, people who speak French language. Juju, in Nigeria too. Juju. And those in the Caribbean, I think it is called Obeah, Obeah, something like that, or Obea. Now, there are some that visit witch doctors or visit spiritualists, and they put on themselves certain charm. Now, recall that Mohbad had complained of being beaten, of being molested, and being bullied. So, did Primeboy, for his own personal sake, not because he needed to harm Mohbad, but because he's going to be around Mohbad and he does not want to be beaten the same way Mohbad, and if anyone is to even do that to him, he wants those people to face consequence. Now, Primeboy might have had that amulet on himself or on his person. If you punch him, you try to beat him, you will feel a sensation. Something will happen to you. Whenever you punch him, you will feel uncomfortable, you will feel sick, you will feel like an electric shock. Something will happen to you. Anytime you hit him, whatever you do to him, you will get the result of it. You punch him, obviously he's going to feel the pain of your punch, but you will feel more. It will be like an electric shock, like something, you will feel something has been taken out of you, like maybe sick, like you'll feel let me explain better. Let's assume you are feeling healthy and fine. You are angry, you got into combat with someone, conflict with someone, you punch the person, slap the person, kick the person, and all of a sudden, within the twinkling of an eye, you start feeling like you have flu. Do you understand what I mean? Like you have fever, such feeling. That's what I'm talking about. So Adura claimed that he felt after hitting Primeboy. Darosha also supported Adura against Primeboy. He also tried to kind of like, let's chase him. Is he crazy? Why is he fighting Mohbad? Who is he? How dare he fight Mohbad? How dare you challenge Mohbad? Well, there is a possibility that all of this happened at the show whilst they were sitting in the Prado SUV, waiting for Adura to bring because that was the narrative we heard at the beginning, waiting for him to bring money, like bring the denomination, Adura, bring the money so we can give and we move. It could have happened in the SUV. Now, it has been established that Adura did not go with Mohbad in the same vehicle. Driver, Wunmi, Mohbad, spending, The little baby Liam and Primeboy were the ones in the Prado SUV. Now, is it that two issues happened? The one at the show, and they forgave each other, laughed about it, or they held grudges within themselves and they got inside of the vehicle. Now, on their way going, Mohbad and Wunmi continued their issue of Canada, because Spending established this part of it, that he could hear Mohbad and Wunmi talking about Canada, visa application. Why didn't you put my name or Leanne's name? You know now. You know why I didn't put it. I asked you some questions. You have not answered that question. And what question is it? Haven't we talked about it? You know we've talked about it until I know the truth of it. So they were like, are they arguing about money or arguing about cheating? Like Wunmi is cheating. What is this discussion? Until you tell me, you two, you know. Soon you will take the child to who owns the child. So you don't need a soothsayer to know what Mohbad was on about. Moreover, Mohbad had requested for DNA earlier. It was his father that didn't allow DNA because he felt that his authority, he prayed for Wunmi to get pregnant. So he felt like, oh no, we can't do this. So Primeboy was asked to step out of the car. Why? Because Mohbad didn't want to hear from him. Like, hey, guy, you just hold your mouth. You are just talking anyhow. You're just talking anyhow. Do not forget that there is a big possibility that they had one or two things inside of them. But having drank this or that does not mean that not everybody is out of their senses. Mohbad knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted. But maybe he spoke and said things that he wasn't supposed to say. So, let us look at this part again. If Primeboy had that on his body, like he had that amulet, the muti, the obey on him, the juju on him, and Mohbad punched him and kept punching him, is it that Mohbad didn't feel nothing? Oh, all of a sudden, Mohbad started feeling sick. He got home. Wunmi called the nurse. And when the nurse came, the nurse administered antibiotics, tetanus. Now. I'm sure we are getting somewhere. Right? What will make or prompt the nurse to administer medication that are only applicable when someone has injury? If Primeboy had that on him and Mohbad did what he did, when then did Primeboy hit Mohbad with any sharp object? When did Mohbad sustain injury? The thing is this: Primeboy, Mohbad had their thing. There is a possibility that Primeboy had what he had on his body, not to fight Mohbad, not to do anything to Mohbad, not at all. He did it to himself, made it for himself, to protect himself from the constant bullying that his friend experienced. So if anyone is to do that to him, they will face instant karma. The consequences of it will be felt immediately. That on one side. Now, Mohbad and Wunmi continue their argument about paternity. And Wunmi decided to do what she needed to do to make sure that everything comes to an end. And they say that when Mohbad is angry, he's so angry. He gets frustrated a lot. It gets like it's uncontrollable. This is coming from Spending. And Wunmi felt this must come to an end. This must come to an end. Wunmi finally finalized what she needed to do. Put an end to it. Was it by mistake? Let's say Mohbad was angry. They were screaming at each other at home because Hadura said he left home after they returned back from the show. Darusha left also. Spending also left. So it remained, according to what they want us to believe, only Wunmi and Mohbad at home. So what now happened? What happened? What happened? what happened? Did Mohbad get so upset, said things to Wunmi, and Wunmi, who said she was preparing jollof rice, or is it fried rice, decided to use the nearest available. She was chopping the carrots and all of that. So the onions and all of that. So she decided to use the available to do what she needed to do. Now, question is this. Adura, where were you when the nurse arrived? What did you see? You see, all of this that looks mysterious and all of the stories that Mohbad's mother has put out there is one person that is important. And I think that person will not speak because the police have warned that person, if you speak, your life will come to an end. That person is the nurse. The nurse, at least she has medical experience. She's the one that can finalize all of this, tie the knots together. Like, look, when I got in, this is what I saw. Pull off red. I saw. And it's coming from neck region. It's coming from stomach. It's coming from there. The nurse will be able to clarify that particular part. Simple as ABC. And when I saw it, and don't forget that the nurse already asked questions before coming. The nurse will never ever come with antibiotics and all of those without asking, hello, hi, how are you? What's going on? Is it fever? Is it malaria? Is it typhoid? What exactly? Oh, we were coming from the show and there was a fight with his friend. No, Wunmi would definitely lie. So within the fight, out of the fight, beyond the fight, and this now, oh, okay, all right. So she knows already that she needs pain reliever, antibiotics, and maybe tetanus injection. Maybe. So she brought all of this. Question is, Wunmi, what else happened after Primeboy? Primeboy did not need to punch Mohbad if he already had that thing on him. And he's not going to stop. The thing is not going to select that this is my friend Mohbad. It is on him generally. This brings me back to what Wunmi shared with Gistlover, probably to change the narration, saying they said that it is not ordinary. That simply put, that the fight between Primeboy and Mohbad, there is something mysterious, something Juju, something Obe, something Muti involved. Meaning, Primeboy didn't need to punch you to fight back. All he needed to do is to just hold himself, hold his hands, and leave you to punch him. Once you punch him, the effect, you will feel it. This is justice for Mohbad. We are beginning to see light in all. Recall what Primeboy said, and I'm going to conclude with that. When they declared him wanted, Primeboy was interviewed on national television, and he said, why is Wunmi putting everything on me? Why is he putting everything on me? Like, you know the part, the role that you played in it. Why are you putting everything on me?